What's going on, guys? So today I am doing a completely original tier list on the best Call of Duty score streaks from every Call of Duty of all time, but we're just going to cut it down and kind of do a condensed version of it, only like the nostalgic kill streaks that everyone actually knows I'm going to include. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's what we're doing. So, you know, let's just start. You can see our tier list here, you can see all our tiers, and let's get right into it. Alright, so first on this list is the classic attack chopper. I mean, you could take it from any game you want, any game that has an attack chopper. I'm just taking this one from BO4, the classic game. I think the attack chopper is pretty strong, but I wouldn't call it legendary just because it didn't have that taste like all around fun kill streak. I'm going to put that in B tier. If you don't like it, I don't care. Next on our list, we got the Chopper Gunner. Now, you want to talk about a legendary kill streak? You talk about the Chopper Gunner.
Noobs hit the floor when they hear that thunder roar. Bam, bitch! Legend of Thunder.
May not be the best one. I'm sure there's better ones, but this is just an all-time classic. Alright, here we got the care package. Care package, you know, it's alright for me. Care package is, you know, it's just a classic, but nothing really special about it unless you got engineer. You could double tap and reroll care packages and make them really fun. Alright, moving on to the dart here. Well, the dart, I kind of want to compare the dart like in a few different ways because it's different in every game. In Black Ops 2, we can consider the dart kind of like the hunter killer. I know it's not exactly the same thing, but when I picture the dart, I kind of picture like a hunter killer drone, and those things were awesome, so I'd put that in A. But the dart from every other game was kind of mid. It's pretty fun to use. I'm going to put it in low B, probably like a B- for the dart. But that's just because I'm giving it a boost because I kind of consider it like cousins with the hunter-killer drone, which I don't have on this list. Alright, right here we got the glide bomb, or, you know, originally the cruise missile. Classic when I used to play MW3 back in the day. Cruise missile, you know, hit home. I'm going to put it in A. Awesome. I love me a good cruise missile, especially in objective game modes. Next up is the Guardian here. So the Guardian, I mean, if you're doing the worm squirm, if you know what I'm talking about, shout out to you, you're a real one. The worm squirm, camping routine, you set up in a building with the Guardian, trophy systems, Black Ops 2, it's raps. I'm going to put this over in B, because I just had so much fun camping. Gogmal, if you're out there, I know you see this. Me and Gogmal used to camp upstairs and Hijacked or wherever it might have been with the Guardian. Awesome streak. Not very practical, but awesome when it works. Then you got the Hellstorm. I mean, Hellstorm and Lightning Strike go back to back here just because they go hand in hand. They're always next to each other on the score streak list. And Hellstorm, honestly, legendary. I love how it splits off. It's basically a cruise missile, but it splits off and it's more classic. Actually, I'm going to bring it down to A because it wasn't that good in BO2. But the Lightning Strike in BO2 was probably a little bit better. But then in like Black Ops 4, for example, the Hellstorm was better. I mean, these just belong together. Got to put them both at A. Awesome. Classic streaks. Speaking of classic, how about the Sentry Gun here? I'm going to put this down in... I know I'm being very generous because I love all these, but... You know, I guess the Sentry was pretty fun. But it wasn't nothing special. It wasn't nothing crazy. It's just good to like carry an area, so it's a pretty fun streak for controlling an area. And then you got yourself the strike team from BO4. You call these puppies in, and you deploy two big boys who just come down and wreck the entire lobby. I gotta put these guys in fun. I'm not gonna give them A or S because they just did all the work for you. You know, there was no control. If you had these guys, the game was pretty much already over. So, I'm going to leave them in B. The Sniper's Nest is legendary. I don't care what anyone says. Sniper's Nest was the best streak for your dollars back in BO4. Better than the attack chopper, harder to destroy. Would just headshot snipe anyone in the lobby. Sniper's Nest, S tier, easy question. Juggernaut? This is such a tricky one for me. I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Juggernaut is the most frustrating streak for me. on this list because the Juggernaut, if you had to call it in a care package, a lot of times I'd call in the care package and then I'd die and then someone would steal it from me. So I hated that, especially when I was like little and I was like kind of a noob. I'd work so hard to get a Juggernaut. I'd get one, I'd die off the care package equipping it, and then someone else would get it. But when I got it, it was fun. So B. Orbital VSAT, or Blackbird, as you boys call it probably. Legendary. Those spicy Dorito chips on the mini-map. It is over. You got an Orbital VSAT, it's over.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go home! Let's go!
As for the Nuke, I mean, this is probably referring to like the MW2 Nuke, which I never played. I think the Nuke's kind of dumb. Unpopular opinion. But I think the Nuke kind of sucks. I think it's just a cop-out. So, it's alright for me. I mean, it just kills the entire lobby. Whatever. As for the RAPS deploy ship here, this is basically like an advanced version of dogs where like these things roll around the map. BO3, they roll around the map at you and they just, dude, they'll decimate the whole lobby. They just explode when they hit you. If you have RAPS in a game, the game's already over. I'm not going to put it in legendary because it's basically a ripoff of dogs, but definitely awesome. RAPS deploy ship, ooh, so juicy. RCXD, this is a classic, but you know, it's just alright. No one actually likes the RCXD. I mean, it's just like the first streak in the game. Nothing special. Gunship, I'm going to call this like Gunship, AC-130, Mothership, all that. I mean, you almost have to put it in legendary, but I'm going to keep it in awesome. I just don't think it's as iconic as like the Chopper Gunner or the Sniper's Nest or anything like that. Or maybe it's as iconic, but it's not as fun for me. I don't know. I don't know why. I know the Sniper's Nest does all the work for you, but I just think this is just too OP almost. To the point where it just gets boring shooting everyone in the sky, but I mean, that's pretty awesome. So we'll leave it there. Next up's the Mantis, and listen, this is going to be super difficult for me because the Mantis has seen many forms throughout its Call of Duty history. If you look back at the AGR from Black Ops 2, or I forget what it's called in BO3, but basically the Mantis is so overpowered. You can either control it remotely or you can let it do its thing by itself. I gotta put the Mantis, that's right, legendary. If you call in a Mantis and you know how to use this baby, it's RAPS for the whole lobby. You can make it guard objectives, shoot missiles on the objective. It don't matter. It's a win, easy. As for the next one, UAV here, I'm gonna leave that on alright. Same with the counter. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. I have no attachment to either of these. They're just classics. But you notice this, none of the streaks are bad yet. The Talon here, you could call us the Talon, you could call us the Dragonfire, same thing. I think it's alright as well. Nothing special on the Dragonfire there. As for dogs, I mean dogs, I'd be done if I didn't put these in legendary. You know what, I'm gonna put Mantis in awesome. And it's an A+ for me, just because I love that streak so much, but I don't think it's legendary, now that I think about it. As for dogs, definitely legendary streak. Just calling it dogs in BO1. Nothing better. Power Core, I low-key think Power Core is kind of bad. And I'll tell you why. It could be destroyed in like a few bullets. Now, if you want to call the Power Core like an EMP, then it probably moves up. But the fact that Power Core was in the game, actually in the map that you could destroy it, didn't make it as cool. Escort Drone is basically an attack helicopter, but you know, it was just a little bit more aggressive. It would like hover over you and like escort you. That's just fun. I mean, regular streak. Death Machine, I think the Death Machine's pretty bad. Your mobility sucks with it. Same with the War Machine, but it's not on the list, but the War Machine. Both of these, I'd just rather have my own gun, honestly. As for Thresher here, I think the Thresher also belongs in fun, because the Thresher, honestly, a lot of time on its sweeps through the map doesn't get a lot of kills. Like, it has a lot of misses. So we'll leave that in fun. It's alright. It's alright, so let's put it to alright. whatever. Drone squad here. So we're coming up on the end here. Drone squad, kind of the same as the Talon, although it's both these have underwhelming amount of time that they're actually deployed. It's like feels like they're gone in 30 seconds, so I wouldn't waste your time with these. And then my personal favorite streak on this list is the Swarm, baby. Definitely belongs in Legendary. The Swarm is just a classic. You call it in, it kills everyone on the map. Just like dogs, but like an aerial assault. Oh, I love my Swarm. I used to drop Swarms back in BO2 on the daily. And if you notice down here, nothing in terrible or game breaking, but I want to put one in game breaking that I don't have on this list. Let's just find an icon for it. I don't know where it is, but let's just use like this. This right here signifies Air Patrol from Black Ops Cold War. The worst streak ever. It would get rid of your orbital VSAT in that game. It would destroy any streak in the air. Worst streak ever. Literally no cooldown on it. I hate even the thought of Air Patrol. But anyway, guys, so that's my list, and I know I didn't include every streak. I wanted to keep it kind of short, but let me know what you guys think in the comments about your favorite kill streaks, and if I did a good job here, if you disagree, all the better. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and appreciate you watching, and subscribe. Peace.